So here are 6 important things that you should know about reefer freight. Number 1, the value of reefer freight is typically higher than the value of dry freight. Number 2, claims can occur without physical damage if temperature fluctuates. So it doesn't actually have to get into an accident or nothing has to flip over inside for it to get damaged. It can get damaged or spoiled just because the temperature fluctuates too much. Number 3, in the event that a reefer unit actually does break down and so it is no longer supplying the trailer with cold air or even warm air, depending on what kind of freight it is, you will have to find a cold storage unit, which is a temperature controlled storage. You'll need to find one of those at whenever this happens, right? So if it's 3 o'clock in the morning or midnight or whatever time it is, you will need to wake up and get to work to find somewhere to take that product. And then the next day, you will need to find a rescue truck, somebody to come pick up that truckload of goods, right, that's in the storage unit, load it back up and get it delivered. Number 4 is going to be pulping the product. Now, pulping the product is common practice with reefers. Pulping the product is when the driver takes the temperature of at least every other pallet of goods. So they do this at the shipper to make sure that the temperature is acceptable before they take responsibility for the goods, but then they do it again, same thing at the receiver, to make sure that the temperature stayed within the acceptable range while in transit. Number 5, tracking temperature tapes. So a temperature tape is actually this box that they put in the back of the trailer, and it tracks the temperature, it records the temperature throughout the transit. Not at the reefer unit, because we can already see that data, right? You can go through the reefer company or the carrier can pull that data for you. But at the very back of the trailer, there's nothing there that is constantly recording these temperatures. And so that is what a temperature tape is for. So they will put that box in the back of the trailer and make sure that during the whole transit, it stayed within the acceptable range. Now, a lot of customers, if they do require this and they give it to you at the shipper, they put it in your trailer, they also require that you actually physically send in that temperature tape to them via mail. So this, of course, is after the load has already been delivered. So you'll send in that temperature tape along with your POD and the invoice. And lastly, number 6, because these are perishable goods, there is urgency, meaning there's an opportunity for service to be more important than price. So if you're good at your job and reliable, you are worth more than another broker that's $100 cheaper, at least on these goods, right? It's important. However, you can't be much more expensive. You can't be $500 more expensive. You will always need to stay competitive. So in short, Reefer Freight allows brokers who provide excellent customer service the opportunity to make healthy margins. But it is not without its drawbacks. Higher values equal higher risk. And since the reefer freight can be spoiled by time or temperature, the chance of a claim is higher. Then there's also the time involved. Are you willing to find a cold storage unit at any hour of the day or night? Are you okay spending time tracking down temperature tapes to get paid? If so, Reefer Freight is a great option for you. But if not, there's plenty of other freight out there for you to pursue.